Kiorana. Rahui Vaka de, maybe you go to your brother love. The name was you guys, Rahui Vaka Agachika. Well, the whole thing, what kind of music, I actually started getting into Kukali music over here when I came here in the 1990. I came here in 1990, I came here. I was 35. Yeah, I was 35 years old. And those days, I was coming here, playing Papa music when I came here. I didn't know nothing about Kukali music. I was just a drummer. Actually, I just play drums, That's my whole career from the beginning. From New Zealand to Australia, and then when I came here, it was a part-time job to me in those days, playing drums here. So, yeah, soul music, yeah, bit of reggae, bit of rock, yeah. The music in those days that we were playing, I don't think half of the people in Rarotonga knew it. But we just carried on trying to promote this sound, because at the same time, the tourists was coming here, and we were at the Banana Court. We created this bar over in Banana Court in front of the Vaka Lounge. So that was the place for the tourists, for the Papa Adu to come and, have a listen to their music, But at the same time, in the same bar, we, when the Sunset came up, was formed, that was the bar that we used, to play in. So we'd be playing like 2 nights, 2 nights a week over there, and then I'll be playing one night of my blues band. So I think that one bar there created a whole lot of, interest in music for me. So until I got together with TUATUA and Sammy Birangi and Vaka, that was the forming of the Sunset Special. It was through these guys that I got my feeling into Kukali music, and I thought, because I'm playing Papa music all the time, I thought I'd just venture into Kukali music, learn how to play the ukulele, So that was the beginning of my Kukali music, because I didn't know much about it till I came here. So I really focused on that Kukali music, so I sort of like, I put the Papa music aside, and I focused on the Kukali music. So in those days, there's a whole lot of Kukali musicians around, and for me, I didn't realize that we had something when I put together the Sunset Special. We had some, a pretty good challenge in there. Through all of that, we did about three competitions, string band competitions in Raro, and we came first in the first one, and came second in the second one, and then we came first in the last one. So almost we took all the trophies from here. So whatever was available, we cleaned it up. But then I realized that how strong the Kukali music is for me, and so anyway, during those days, I've been 5 years over here with those guys, and so we did a couple of tours. So we figured that we better go across to Tahiti and introduce the Kukali music to them, and even though they do some of our stuff, but yeah, we got the opportunity to go to Tahiti and recorded our second album in Tahiti. Some of that Papa music I was doing here, it ended up in the first album. But, with the ukulele, because I was fascinated about the ukulele sound, like you got Get Back, Honky Tonk Woman, That Blue Highway came from here. Yeah, Blue Highway was from here, from my blues band in the Vaka Lounge with Bobby Merca and Tini Tangisi on bass. After we went to Tahiti, we came back, and then we came to New Zealand. But by then I decided I'm gonna, hang in New Zealand, because from here, I rang up Papa Noo from here. We were talking on the phone from Robert Diapo from the Theater of Paradise studio. We were talking because he's talking to Robert, and Rob passed the call to me, so we started talking. At that time, I think I was ready to, to get into that Cook Island music with the ukulele. But I didn't know how to. I had no idea, how, who's gonna do it for me over here in New Zealand. So we were talking. I just said to him, I'm gonna come over. I'll be coming over now. When I finished the Sunset, so I took the Sunset to New Zealand. We did the North Island tour all the way down to Wellington. And when we came back, I just said to the boys, look, we're gonna come back here, and then I'm gonna leave you guys. I'm going back to New Zealand to see Papa Noo, Papa Noo get that, because, Papa Noo said, yeah, cool. We'll call the album Son Brother Love. So I didn't mind it. I didn't think the name was gonna be that, that good in the Cook Island music, But yeah, it was good for me, because it's a stage name, huh? It's a stage name, so I didn't mind that at all. But I still, he still put there Rahui Vaka, So everybody knows who Rahui Vaka is, but the title is Brother Love, so that's the name. That's that's the stage name. Over the years that we did the music, and it just happened to be, working its way into the people, that name. So, no, I didn't mind it at all. I quite liked it, actually, after a while. But, before I know it, we were off to Tahiti. And then, we traveled the Pacific. We went to Marquesas. And then we went to Hawaii. Because Papa Noo has put us into that direction. The sound that we had, there was a way to get in, because of the style that was played, Until the time of the awards, the awards with Papa Noo, took care of all of that. So somehow it worked. From there, it just worked out that the string band music, Cook Island music was feeling pretty good to me. I could. I could feel that something is inside it, I could feel that Cook Island music is something in there. We will find a way. Love is so